Danny, really into the business end of the league now, where we'll need characters. We certainly saw that today, didn't we, in today's game?
Yeah, that's the most impressed I've been in terms of the character and personality of the team. I thought we showed real belief. I thought we showed real intent. I didn't think we were perfect tactically today, but I did think our attitude and work ethic was perfect. And yeah, that goes a long way with me.
Yeah, and it also comes to the fore as well when you go behind in a game at a time where we've probably had the better of that bit spell of the first half, and they just came into it for 5 minutes and scored. You know, and that
Yeah,
can knock you, but we seem to react well.
yeah, I think we had a good way into the game. We carried real threat. I mean, Cam McGeehan, I thought was excellent today. He could have had a hat trick. I mean, he a brilliant header from a well worked set piece early on in the game. Goalkeeper just hits him, doesn't know anything about it, spins over the bar. And then Bradley does brilliant to get down the left, cuts it back, and Cam like a trademark timing arriving for Cam, and just a great save from the goalkeeper. And then yeah, they score with their left centre half, who from the elbow of the box bends one right in the bottom corner, and you're like, oh, that that's tough. Um, yeah, it didn't feel fair at that moment, but you know you're going to learn a lot about the group, because it's easy to have the perfect attitude and a perfect work ethic when everything's good, but what about when you're in the storm? What about in a difficult moment when your back's against the wall? How do you respond there? And I was so proud of the group, and not just before the game, not just the 11 that started, the finishers, but also the injured boys. However you can contribute and however you can help the team, you've got to find a way to help our performance. And even boys like Manny, who we know is not going to play any further part on the pitch, but he can still affect and help the team by just being a really good person, a really good character, and supporting the boys that are playing. And yeah, of course, we're disappointed that we haven't won because I think we've done enough to win. But I thought there was a lot to be proud of today.
Yeah, and around the ground, you're looking for a fast start, a front foot start in the beginning of the second half. Got exactly that with the goal and then obviously the penalties.
Yeah, I thought it was a great start to the second half. Brad was such a threat. Wow. I mean, he against a really athletic back three. You have to give Walsall credit. They're the best team in the league in 2024. Their form has been excellent. They've recruited two of their three centre halves are really athletic boys, as athletic centre halves as you get in this level. And Brad still managed to run off the back of them and get in behind, which bodes so well for what is to come. I mean, he's so super exciting, isn't he? I know we're in a difficult moment, but for anybody that loves Colchester, to have young Bradley and also Samson, he's trained all week. He did the warm up today. We were desperate for him to be involved, but the medical team, rightly so, just held him back. But to have those two boys, like they're in terms of those two young forwards, would be the envy of Championship clubs, let alone League One and League Two clubs. So there's so much to be excited about. He did brilliantly for the goal, got down to the byline, cut back just behind John, and Cam just arrived, and a really hard finish because I think the ball was bobbling, but just he practices so hard with his finishing, and there's a reason why he's played at the level that he has. And yeah, a great finish, and that puts him in a really good place in the game. We had such energy and momentum, and then yeah, Harry Anderson does brilliantly to get the penalty. And Noah, yeah, unfortunately, just couldn't convert. And I reckon Noah has taken, since I've been here, because we work on him a lot. I think he's probably taken 25 penalties. He's scored them all. And the boys, like, even the goalies know where he's going. He's going top right, and they know he is. And the outfield players all kind of make a joke of it, but it wasn't to be. But he's a brave boy, Noah. He takes responsibility. I think he's played a huge part in previous seasons when the team's been in a difficult moment. He still has a huge part to play this season. And at the end, I was just, while I was over there a long way with the supporters, because I was just congratulating them because the way they stuck, particularly not just with the team but also with Noah, and when they were singing "He's one of our own," that I thought, oh, good on you, because there's a lot of teams in the position that we're in that will have support bases that turn on their players, and for us to see the supporters stick with one of our key players was a really proud moment for me.
Yeah, and you talked a little bit earlier about the substitutes and the players not involved in the squad. They will have a part to play in the remaining 10 games because we'll have injuries, and we'll have things happen and we'll have lots of form. So they may well be needed.
Absolutely. We said after the cavalry's coming. They're getting back fit. We did work this morning on the training pitch with Will Greenwich, with Kells, with Zach Mitchell. So there's 3 already. You have to remember today we went into the game with 6 defenders out. So we had those 3 unavailable. We had Manny unavailable. We had Ellis Angelo unavailable. Riley Harbottle has a virus. We lost him this morning. That's 6 defenders, which is really difficult to cope with. And credit to Jay Mingy, because he hasn't had as much opportunity as he would have liked. It's really hard to come and perform well after being in the cold, even in your own position, let alone having to play out of position. But I thought he did a great job for the team. And watching Kells and Manny trying to help Jay before the game and give him advice and support. We have a good group. They're an honest group. They're together, and they're really fighting. And the supporters, of course, they want to see the team win. We're at home. We want to win. But even at the end, like the way that they applauded the players off the pitch and the positivity that they felt in the stadium was because I think they saw a team that was fighting really hard, that were proud to wear the shirt. And our supporters, they're proud people and they're hard-working people, and all they want to see is a team that replicates them as people. And I think they saw that today, and we have to make sure that we bring all of that energy, we bring that perfect attitude, that perfect work ethic for the final 10 games of the season, because we can improve tactically on what we did today. And if we can bring it together, then I know we'll win football matches.